our next keynote speaker, Lucas Wong, who's a FAZIOLI artist, who will be talking to us about how music education is evolving with current technology innovations.
Thank you very much, WWMC, for having me talking about this very interesting topic. And so today I'm going to talk about how music education evolves with current technology, in particular to how COVID-19 has transformed our ways in the approach of synchronous and asynchronous music making. So music education is inseparable from the collaborative music experience, whether it is synchronous or asynchronous. The intricacies of timing and polyphony in music rely heavily on how we listen, react, and interact in real time. Keyboard is one of the most widely used instruments as a collaborative partner. It has the natural ability to convey polyphonic texture triggered by a person's fingers and feet. Regardless of whether we're music generalists or specialists, we cannot escape elements of making music with a keyboard at some point in our lives. As we now face new paradigms in music making that we have not invested in before COVID, these words that you see now on the slides and their combinations may be used to categorize our experience. Having a virtual and synchronous music making experience and having an in-person music making experience with an asynchronous element pose serious challenges to classical musicians within current technological limits. Without music collaboration, music education becomes meaningless. So before I share with you my insights on how new paradigms have been emerging, I would like to take us back to a problem that I faced 25 years ago. When I was pursuing cello and piano in my study. So as a player of both instruments, I was eager to see how the two instruments would collaborate together as a duo. I clearly didn't have enough hands to play both instruments at the same time. And I wasn't as lucky as others who had siblings who played different instruments. So I experimented with pre-recording a track of my own playing on one instrument and subsequently playing along with it on the other instrument. So what's the problem? Don't singers do that all the time when they sing karaoke, having something that is pre-recorded? To achieve a better outcome in music practice, teachers emphasize the importance of not repeating the same passage mindlessly without experimentation. And some even suggest that students shouldn't listen to the same recording over and over again, because one may become subconsciously influenced by someone else's interpretation before even establishing one's own. Using a pre-recorded track, I was faced with limitations, such as making changes in speed and interpretation on the spot, even though I recorded this track myself. So would it be productive and sustainable for me to gather a few extra recordings and variations of the same passage of music? Even if the answer is yes, the karaoke problem remains. Playing a pre-recorded track has no comparison to working with a live musician next to me. spontaneity, freedom, sense of dialogue are only possible when two human beings are collaborating. The art of collaboration in classical music emphasizes a two-way dialogue between each musician, so that no one is completely leading the outcome of any particular passage. So now in COVID, we witness a different version of the same problem that I faced, except intensified to a global scale. Because of lockdown restrictions, people do not have easy access to a piano or pianist as before. As there were still no recommendable and scalable solutions, I decided to tackle this problem through both the lens of a musician and a tech developer. The reform to a traditional classical music collaboration is overdue. That's how 4D piano came to its birth. During this journey of pursuit in the last year or so, not only witnessed 4D piano and solved these problems. Yeah, so arguably one of the most difficult elements to teach in modern music education setting is the rhythm. The root of rhythm is the musical pulse or beat. So as you watched just now, demonstrated by the 8 strings, you would notice that 4D piano is able to render a piece of music with the help of the user inputting the pulse in real time. So there are social implications along with these types of pulse-triggered accompaniments. For example, the limit of an accompanist, or the definition, I should say, of an accompanist is expanded. Anyone who has no keyboard training can potentially learn to utilize 4D piano to collaborate with their musical partner. Productivity and efficiency are increased. Virtual elements augment the user's experience and ability to sync with the pre-recorded track. Ambitious musicians can even try to accompany themselves in real time with hands or feet. Teachers can now teach rubato and tempo changes and let students experiment and experience these abstract elements with less technical prerequisites. Did someone record these piano parts in advance? The answer is no. 4D piano parses the sheet music from the music XML format and instantly generates the code so that the user can then adjust its tempo and transposition on the fly. What it is rendering is what I call in Italian is come scritto. This is a particularly common terminology in opera, and it means that it's like it's written. So here, 4D piano bypasses any human intervention and interpretation there as it executes, you can say, the code in order to generate the music. If musicians cannot resist to reuse the same track over and over, at least we can offer a version that is more objective. So therefore, this puts creativity, interpretation, and freedom back on the musician's court. So by utilizing the advantage of a serverless peer-to-peer connection wrapped inside a browser window, the audio and video are enhanced further by the platform's ability to transfer the digital keyboard signal even faster, so that the keyboard part is played locally on all computers that are connected together without distortion and in extremely low latency. This makes 4D piano unprecedented and unique among keyboard rendering and low latency platforms. Here is a recent live collaboration between baritone Jose Luis Maldonado and pianist Roy Tan on the latest platform edition called the 4D Piano Hangout, which allows for a secured, smooth, and fast three-way connection. This performance was captured directly from my computer screen without any post-processing.
I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen right in the middle of the town. A fine tin roof with real wooden floors below. There would be one long staircase just going up and one even longer going down, and one more leading nowhere just for show.
Yes, and I am currently located in Vancouver, Canada, and it was such a pleasure to be able to enjoy two people making music together in California, right? And they're in two completely different households, separated by towns and cities, even though they're both in California. So it's also worth to mention that 4D piano is able to enhance the experience, even if when it's run alongside with additional platform or hardware software, such as Zoom, Jamless, Jack Trip, you name it. By reducing the amount of latency, a long-distance musical collaboration is finally possible and scalable, while inviting both pianists and non-pianists to execute the keyboard part. And I'm happy to announce that we have since then developed an accessory for iPhone, iOS devices that enables the user to import any MIDI file or recording made on the 4D piano platform and adjust tempo, transposition, insert fermata, skip to the next note, and listen to automated chord recognition directly from the Pocket app offline. So finally, after 1 year of its existence, we start to see the wheels of this ecosystem turning. Users using the web-based platform to rehearse, and using the Pocket Player to study what was rehearsed. The more the motivation to collaborate, the more the motivation to study, and vice versa. By making a virtual setup more synchronous than ever and offering asynchronous tools with better flexibility and results, the future is going to be a better one. So thank you for listening to my talk today. I would like to now switch to a live performance given by two brilliant pianists currently living in the state of Illinois. Before I introduce them, let me switch my share screen now to the screen of the performance happening on my computer. I would like to end today's talk with a quick live demo performance by Casio artist, Dr. Casey Robards. Hi, Casey. Can you hear me? Okay, great. And Anthony Patterson. Anthony, this is great that actually you have to go back to the beginning because you see how it works, yeah. So here we select a background. So today is Earth Day. Happy Earth Day, everyone. So I'm selecting Earth. And then here I am. I'm by myself, waiting for an ID going to be given by Casey Robards, who is joined by Tony. So once it's joined, we'll get on with the music making.
I was just going to chime in very quickly whilst we're waiting. Is this only exclusively for piano performances? Going to be used by any instrument?
It's best used with piano. The reason is because then the digital piano has an advantage to transfer quicker. But you're welcome to use this platform just for a hangout between 2-3 instruments or any of this sort, without piano as well.
Sure.
You have a slightly better result than Zoom. And the reason is because there's no cancellation of each other.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a peer-to-peer connection. So there's no hub or middleman in the middle.
So the latency is very low.
Low. I would say low, but very low. It depends on your computer setup and the internet speed. Right?
Sure.
But it can get pretty low. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna now join the two artists. Okay. Hello, Casey.
Yes.
Thank you. And I think our audience can hear the C chord she just played, correct? Great. So I'm waiting for Tony. Go.
Yeah.
Hello, Tony. Hi,
Hello.
Tony. Hi. Sorry you froze just at that time, maybe because I was doing the presentation. See, I was doing the presentation while rehearsing. So who knows if things were, going up and down. So, hi, can we just do a quick sound check and maybe both of you play chords? Good. I hear Tony, Casey. So for the audience here, I'm gonna now switch on the colors on the keyboard so everybody can see the keyboard being lit with colors. Okay, I think we're ready. We're ready to go. And this piece, by the way, is composed by Anthony Patterson himself. It's called Co-op 2. It's dedicated for this COVID situation. So you might hear something funny happening at the beginning of the piece that sounds like someone, I don't know, sneezing. Okay, so take it away, guys. All right, enjoy. So we'll switch. I'll switch my webcam off and microphone off. Yeah.
Okay, Tony, use your microphone off.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. And I'm going to now finish off by leaving you with the links of the related details back on the share screen. So yeah, I would like to thank again for Worldwide Music Conference for giving this opportunity for me to speak about how music education evolves with current technology. And particularly, I'd like to thank Nathan Gerard, if he's still there in the chat box. He's the one who's going to probably can answer some questions along with me. Caroline Lowe, Doreen from Asia, the 8 strings, Johnny Salinas, Jose Maldonado, Roy Tan, and Casey Robards, and last but not least, Anthony Patterson. If you're curious about this work, they actually have another rendition of this on YouTube they can find that includes other instruments playing along with this 2-piano arrangement. Thank you very much.